from zebras. You two know me. You three know me too. Ready?
Right.
So it's the secrets of our Earth. So we're going to go all around the planet. Okay?
Okay.
Deal?
Deal.
So we're going to go all over this. Right here. It says, Earth is the world where we live. Journey to the polar lands, dive beneath the ocean waves, and explore rainforests and deserts to see the wonders of our beautiful planet. Shine a flashlight behind the page, or hold it up to the light, or reveal what is hidden and around the landscape. Discover a world of amazing secrets. So, what's this?
The sun.
Yeah. So, what does the sun give us?
Light.
Light. What else?
Was to see.
It helps us to see with the light, but what else? When it's cold, is there a lot of sun out usually?
No.
No. So
There's
what?
clouds.
So what does the sun give us if it's cold when it's not here?
Clouds.
Not clouds.
Sun.
Warmth. You gotta say warmth?
Warmth.
Shall we go to the next one? See what else we got? Okay, it says, nope, it's the inside of the earth. The inside is hot, but we live on the outside, which is cooler. So actually, while we thought this was the sun, that's what the earth looks like if you took away all the water in the surface. That's what we live on. Right here is the surface. Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm.
Now, it says the sun is a star that gives the earth its heat and light, like you guys said. It rises in the sky at dawn. Can you see the sun?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you see the whole sun?
No.
No, I just see a part of it.
Yeah.
That means it's almost coming up.
Right.
Yep.
It's starting to come up, right?
Yeah. That means it's
Starting to come up.
But the higher the sun climbs in the sky, the brighter it gets. As night becomes what?
cool.
No, if I'm getting rid of the night, it's turning into
Darkness.
daytime. Now, we're going to go over to mountains. It says mountains are the highest places on Earth. It's cold far up, and it often snows. Can you see the really big mountain? Do you guys see a mountain in there?
No. Oh, I see some right there and right there.
Yeah, a piece here and a piece here.
Yeah.
Should we find out?
I
Yeah.
guess it's a mountain.
Let's look. See?
About
The mountain is actually right in the middle of all that. Here it is. So a group of hikers is climbing the mountain, and they need to be careful because it's very steep. Now, what's it sound like when you walk through the snow?
Step.
No, does it say step, though?
No.
It says crunch. You gonna say crunch?
Crunch.
Now, you guys know what this is, right?
A volcano.
it's blowing.
Yep, volcanoes are mountains that blow their tops. What is it shooting? What is shooting out of the volcano?
Lava.
And what's all this?
Smoke.
Dust.
Smoke, dust. Let's see. It's lava, you were right. Lava is hot, melted rock from inside the earth. It surges up through tunnels inside the volcano. Did you see the tunnels?
Yeah.
Now, we're going to go look at rivers now. It says, rivers flow through the land to the sea. Water in rivers comes from rain and snow. What's making the splash behind the cliff? Can you guess?
A dolphin.
Do dolphins live in rivers?
No, they're in the ocean.
A winky. A penguin.
A penguin? You think a penguin's making that splash?
Yeah.
I think so.
Let's find out. It's a waterfall.
Oh.
River waterfalls down a cliff into the ocean below. And usually we say that it's roaring. Can you guys roar?
Roar.
There we go. Now, all animals and plants, they need water to live. So most of the Earth's water is actually inside of the salty ocean. Now, which animals are living below the waves? What animals live
Dolphin.
below?
Dolphin.
Dolphin. What else?
Sharks.
Sharks.
Fish.
Fish.
Boomerheads.
Boomerheads. You mean hammerheads?
Yes.
Oh, I mean boomerheads is a good name. All right, shall we find out?
Yeah.
Many animals, both tiny and large, live in the oceans. There are fish, turtles, dolphins, corals, crabs, and many more. So the coral is actually down here, and it's actually a living creature. Did you guys know that?
No.
No.
I did. My mom told me that.
Well, your mom is very, very smart. Now, it says, it is very cold and icy at the far north and south parts of the earth. Huge icebergs float in the Southern Ocean. Can you see the whole iceberg?
No.
No. Yeah.
What do you think, Braxton?
Yes.
What about you, Beck? Yeah? Raylan, what do you think?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So you can see the whole iceberg?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the iceberg, right?
Yeah, and I can see penguins on it.
Were you right?
Yeah.
That's the part you saw.
And
That's the part you can't see.
and there's a whale.
There's much more ice below the surface of the water. Penguins catch fish and whales will eat tiny creatures in the ocean called krill. Now, the seashore is where the sea meets the land. You can find rocks and sand here. Can you see the sand? Do you see any sand?
No.
Yes.
I can only see rocks.
Oh, I see starfish.
And you saw starfish?
And
Let's check.
And a crab and a bird.
The beach is made of sand. Sand is made of tiny bits of rocks and minerals that wash up on the shore. Now, this is what?
Desert.
It's a desert, you're right.
And
Deserts.
And it's so hot.
Yep, deserts are the driest places on Earth. It's hardly ever rains there. Many sandy deserts are very hot during the day. So where do you think the animals go to keep cool?
Some shade.
Some shade? Do you see any trees for shade?
No.
No. That's because there's no shade.
Maybe there's a hint right here.
Yeah.
It's an animal. Let's see what he's doing.
And I also
It's cooler underneath the sand. These Jeroboas, ooh, that's a fun that word, live in the tunnels underground. They come out at night when it gets cold in the desert. So it's not only super hot in the desert, when it gets to be nighttime, it gets really, really cold.
Yeah.
Now, grasslands are large flat areas where very few trees grow. Do you guys see any trees?
No.
Elephants eat grasses, which they pull up with their long trunks. So who's watching them? Do you see anybody watching them?
A deer.
Is that a deer?
No. Yes.
Deer have what? Usually have antlers. Well, the guys do.
Well,
Let's see. A group of meerkats is keeping watch. They look out for danger and call to each other if they spot trouble. So they sometimes, we could say, peekaboo. Now, rainforests are wet all year round. Lots of plants grow in them. We eat many rainforest fruits such as bananas and pineapples. Who else eats those fruit?
I do. I eat all of the fruit.
And
What kind of
also
animals
I-
do you think eat those fruit?
Birds.
Let's find out. Munch spider monkeys climb up high to eat the fruit on the trees. Thousands of different types of animals live in the rainforest. Now, it's stormy over here at the farm. The gray clouds are full of raindrops and lots of rainfalls. So what kind of storm is this?
A rainstorm.
A rainstorm?
I see a lightning.
You see a lightning?
Way over there.
Should we find out?
Yeah.
It's a thunder and lightning storm. Lightning is a bolt of electricity in the sky. After the lightning flash, there's a rumble of thunder. Now, wind is air that moves around the earth. It can be gentle, it can be a gentle breeze or a mighty gale. What machines turn in the wind? What do you think these are?
Rhino. A rhino.
You think it's a rhino? It does look like a rhino.
But it's not.
Let's find out. The
Windmills.
blades of wind turbines are turned by the wind and they make electricity like we have for our lights.
Yeah.
Now, people, they live all around the world, mostly in towns and cities. Big cities are busy and crowded. How many people can you see on this train? Anybody?
No.
That's because they're all inside. Did you count 10 people? People come in many shapes, sizes, and ages. They speak different languages, too. Now, night is falling, the sky turns red, and the clouds turn purple as the sun sets. What can you see behind the clouds? Do you see anything behind the clouds?
No.
What are they doing?
Camping out.
Camping.
Yeah, well, what's he doing specifically?
A
What's that little white thing he's got over the fire?
marshmallow.
So actually he's burning it to make a s'more.
Yeah. The moon and the stars are up in space. Shooting stars are pieces of space rock. They burn up as they travel toward the Earth. A new day begins on this side of the world as the night falls on the other side. Wonderful things happen all around Earth every second of every day. What surprises do you think tomorrow will bring? Anybody know?
Thunder.
And then there's more. You can climb mountains, swing through rainforests, trek over deserts, sail the oceans, and find out more about the earth. Do you want to find out about some of this stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And actually, I see a dolphin.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. Mountains. There's one mountain in particular that's super high. It's the tallest in the world. It's called Mount Everest, and it's in the Himalayas. It's over 29,000 feet tall.
Guess
The
what?
street 6 feet tall. So imagine that. That's like a bunch of meat stacked on top of each other, right? Now, rainforests, they grow where it's hot and it rains a lot. So the largest rainforest is in the Amazon, and that's in South America. We live in North America. Now, there's grasslands. They are called prairies in the North American continent, pampas in South America, savannas in Africa, and steppes in Europe and Asia. So they have different names if you go to different places. Now, polar lands, they're icy, and they're the northernmost and southernmost parts of the world, so they're called the polar lands. Now, the North Pole is in the Arctic, and the South Pole is in the Antarctic. Now, you guys know somebody who lives in the North Pole, right? Who lives in the North Pole?
Santa.
There you go.
Santa.
And
Yep.
the reindeers.
Yep, so now the desert, there are sandy deserts, rocky deserts, and you know what? They even sometimes have icy deserts.
Whoa.
Antarctica is an icy land, but it's the world's largest desert because it's too cold for it to rain down there, and there is no things growing. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, because cold doesn't make everything grow.
Yeah. All right, now the ocean, the Earth has 5 oceans. From largest to smallest, you have the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Southern Ocean, and then the smallest is the Arctic Ocean. And then the rivers, they start high up in hills on mountains and usually will flow down to the ocean. And the longest is the Nile River.
Whoa.
And now we're going to talk about the city. A city has many buildings and is home to a lot of people. The largest city in the world is Tokyo in Japan, where almost 38 million people live.
Whoa.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So,
One more.
no,
That's
it.
some secrets of the earth, guys.
That's it. Oh, did I put it upside down?
Yep.
I did.
Secrets of the earth.
So, did you guys like that book?
Yeah.
Yeah.